graders, we are coming to you with our first virtual panel, and I have some awesome sixth graders joining us today to answer some of the questions that you have had. We're gonna let you in a couple secrets though. It is totally normal for you guys to be a little nervous. You are coming to a new school, you're gonna be changing classes, meeting new classmates and teachers, and using a locker for the first time. And many of you have expressed a little nervousness about that, and again, it is totally normal. It is possible that you might get lost, and it's possible that you might forget your combination, but it is going to be okay, I promise. We haven't lost anyone yet. Your teachers will help you every step of the way. So some of your questions are a little tricky to answer right now, only because we are not 100% sure what things are going to look like in the fall. So we are going to do our best to answer your questions as they would essentially normally happen on a given school year. All right, so let's take it away. All right, our first question that you wanted to know is, what is a typical schedule like? So Luke, why don't you tell us a little bit about what your daily schedule was like on a given day?
Okay, so I would love to tell you guys this in person, but we can't because this is virtual. So let me start off. A typical day at its glance. It would probably start off, you'll have, well, at least for me, I had my LA Lit class to start off with, actually Miss Gordon right here. And then if you choose chorus, you'll have a third period. I could guarantee that. So so the first three periods, you'll have, it's really early in the morning, let me just say. So that's a change by far. And then you'll have lunch, which is a gap of time. And after that, you'll go to your fourth period. Mine was math. And then you'll go to your fifth period, which will either be PE or your choice of elective. Mine was PE. And then you'll do your elective class. Well, or at least mine was in sixth period. And then you'll have seventh period, which mine was science. And your eighth period will be the last part of your day, and mine was social studies.
Awesome, thanks Luke. One thing for you guys just to know is that in elementary school, you maybe would have rotated between science and social studies sometimes. And now every day in your schedule, you will have a science class and you will have a social studies class. Reese, tell us a little bit about PE and some of the exploratory classes that the students will be taking.
Okay, so first about PE, you will have it for 3 quarters. I had it first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and then fourth quarter, you move to health class. There are 3 gym teachers named Miss Brune, Mr. Cronky, and Mr. McCausland. And for your electives, you have music, art, drama, and collaboration and leadership. In drama, you focus about being on stage. Art, you do a bunch of projects. Collaboration and leadership, you do a bunch of like growth mindset stuff. And then in music, you learn about rhythms and tempos.
And then again, with those classes, you'll have each of those classes for 1 quarter. So you'll have them every day, which will be different than when you used to have like your specials. You'd have music once a week or art once a week. These you'll have every day for 1 whole quarter of 9 weeks.
Yeah.
Awesome. One other thing with your schedules is that you do have a choice of either taking band, orchestra, or chorus, or a foundations class. And so that'll be a choice that you get to make. And then some of you might also have a reading lab or a math lab. So that's where schedules might differ a little bit. All right, well, let's get on to probably one of the favorite parts of the day. And that, of course, is lunch, when everyone gets to socialize and hang out with their friends. So, Bryson, why don't you tell us a little bit about lunch?
Okay, so lunch is super early in the day. It's at 10:26 for 30 minutes. It is very nice to actually be able to see your friends. And unlike elementary school, you're allowed to pick where you sit with your friends. And it is 30 minutes. And you have 15 minutes for recess. And the lunch is pretty good. It's a lot different than elementary. You have a wide variety of food to choose from. instead of just a few things during lunch. You're allowed to actually pick what you get to eat.
Awesome. Thank you. Now, speaking of eating, who doesn't like some snacks, right? We all like some snacks. Xenia, why don't you tell us about snacks in school?
Okay, so a lot of teachers let you have snacks, and you have to put away some snacks if you have like a Chromebook on your desk or something, and you just put it like next to your chair or something. And you're allowed to have water bottles. Sometimes teachers want you to put it on the ground because they don't want it to spill. And of course, everyone loves gum, but unfortunately, we're not allowed to chew gum during class. And but some people sneak and do it though.
What? No way they do. You're right. No, they do. Don't get caught with gum. You'll have to spit it out. And then as far as snacks choice go, think about like in elementary school, being aware of, we don't want to have anything that has nuts because of allergies and that type of thing. Also, Oreos probably would not constitute a healthy snack. So think of your snack choice as well. All right. Now, one thing that so many of you have mentioned being a little nervous about, which again is totally normal, having a locker. Big, big new thing. Both in size and just the concept of it. So not just your own desk anymore, but a whole locker. So Kyla, why don't you tell us about lockers?
Well, for lockers, you have 2 lockers, and you'd have an extra one if you were in band or orchestra. And for all your lockers, you have different combos. And combos, you have 3 sets of numbers in it. If you forget your locker combo, you can always ask a teacher. They will always be willing to help you. And your first locker would be for school supplies, and your other locker would be for gym.
Awesome, thank you. And that lock, just so you guys know too, you'll keep your lock all 3 years, so you'll really get to know that combo. We always suggest too that maybe you take it home and practice it before school starts. Hopefully we will get those passed out at registration ahead of time, but again, we'll see. All right, now Cameron, I know that you would never be late for class. You were never late for my class, I don't think. But what would happen if you are late? How does that work? Tell me about being late.
Yeah, so basically the first 3 weeks of school, we basically have a grace period where you really don't get in trouble if you're late as a 6th grader because you're getting to know the building. After that, you can be late once, but if you become late like 3 times in a row for the same class, then typically the teacher will maybe talk to you and just like ask and see why you were not as a punishment, but just like seeing how they could help to make it easier for you to get to class on time. And then for detention, it's basically the same thing. If there's a problem, typically you'll just, the teacher will talk it through with you and see if they can help in any way. And if the problem keeps on going on, and that's typically when you get a detention, but I don't think I know anyone who's gotten a detention in 6th grade. So
Thank you. Yeah, those are pretty rare. It would have to be for a pretty extreme circumstance. Another thing to contemplate too is like, let's say that you were coming from another class and you needed to stay after to talk to a teacher for a minute. Teachers can write you a pass to class, and so you wouldn't be considered late. So that's something you don't have to worry about. And that's always something to contemplate too, is don't just rush out of class if you need to talk to a teacher. Take a moment. They can always write you a pass so that you can make sure that if you had a question about homework or something like that, that you can get that taken care of. All right, now, aside from all the academic stuff, we do a lot of activities at Edison as well. Sports and clubs and intramurals are a lot of opportunities for you. So Jan, why don't you tell us, oh, where did Jan go? You still have Jan? Jan disappeared. Jan, can you, there he is. All right, Jan, you're on. Tell us about some activities that we have at Edison.
So we have many activities over here. We have many activities. We have clubs. We have intramurals. I was part of Maker Monday a lot. We have many fun things at school. We have 3D printer. So you have to go on software for that. And then after that, we also have some lots of intramurals. So we have volleyball, basketball, multiple things like that. And then you can also do some band and orchestra. That's if you choose. You can also do chorus like Luke. And that's about it.
Awesome. So, Kyla, what were some activities you were involved in?
I was involved in intramurals for volleyball, and that was basically it.
Cool. Xenia, how about you?
I was in orchestra for a little bit, and the teacher's really nice. And I was also in cooking club.
What was something yummy that you guys made at cooking club?
Well, I was actually there for like 1 or 2 times, and we did make like spaghetti ones,
Ooh, fun.
and it was really fun, yeah.
I'm sure it was yummy. Reese, how about you?
I did basketball intramurals, and usually we would just do like 3-on-3s or like a 2v2 tournaments and knockout. And usually Mr. Dexel was there, and he was really nice. He always played with us.
Cool. Cameron?
I was in drama.
Yes, so you were in the plays.
Mm-hmm.
Super fun. I saw you. You were really good. Luke?
Just like Cameron, I was also in the play, which are very fun, by the way. The teachers, Mrs. Madalinsky, is the runner of it. If you're an actor, you'll see her a lot. She's super nice. And in crew, we have Miss Dempsey and Miss Dexel. Both of them are also really nice. And there also is movie club, which is just really fun. You just get to watch movies like after school for 1 hour. It's really awesome. And I did chorus, which is a great experience.
All right, thank you. Bryson, how about you?
So basically, I was in orchestra. The teacher's really nice. I was also in volleyball and soccer intramurals. Volleyball is really fun because after school, because you just have time to like just go hang out with friends and play sports. And then I was also in soccer, and for soccer we go to this one like tournament and we face off other schools like Hubble and all sorts of other middle schools.
Okay, great. And then, Jan, you mentioned you had been in Maker Monday, right?
Yes, I have. So as I mentioned before, we have 3D printer. We have a bunch of Legos. You can go on a Chromebook, and you can do multiple things.
Awesome.
And you can also make some stickers too.
Very cool. So obviously you guys can see Edison can offer a lot of different and unique opportunities for you. One last question that was asked is, when do the students find out their teachers? Typically, the week before school starts, we would have schedule pickup day and locker assignment day. And so you would come, and actually you'll be able to print off your schedule ahead of time and come with your schedule and get your lock for your locker and find out where your locker is located. And then you'll be able to walk around the building and just get kind of used to how your schedule flows, figure out which staircase you want to use this time of day or that time of day. And also just kind of get to hang out with your friends a little bit and decorate your locker. Again, we're not totally sure how that's going to look this year, so you'll have to stay tuned for more details about that. But just like in elementary school, usually about the week before school starts is when you would get your teacher assignments. All right, so 6th graders, is there anything else? It looks like Xenia maybe has any other little tidbits you want to tell them before we sign off. Xenia, go ahead.
If you have a friend's birthday coming up, then you can ask a teacher and say, like, can I come a little earlier into the school and like decorate your friend's locker? You can't decorate inside the locker, obviously, but you can decorate all around it.
And that is super fun and festive. Everyone loves that. That's a great thing. Thanks for mentioning that. All right, anyone else? Yes, Luke.
Just 2 tips of advice. One, get to know your teachers. They're all really awesome here. And by awesome, I mean really awesome. I mean, there's like a lot more than you'll meet, so you should try to get to know as much as you can. They all are very welcoming. So yeah. And 2, don't get involved in drama or don't bully anyone. Don't give anyone a rough time, because that's just not going to do anyone any good.
Very true. Thank you. Bryson.
Don't be afraid to try something new. You'll find a lot of stuff that you like in middle school, like all sorts of intramurals. Don't be afraid to try any of them, because you might find out that you actually like something and before in elementary you didn't really like, but then there's like some new ways to do stuff.
Great advice. Cameron.
Going along with what Bryson said, you should definitely try to make new friends. It's there's so many more people there, and it just yeah, try to make new friends. It's good.
Very true. Reese.
Basically, like Cameron said, don't be scared to like meet new people from the other schools. Like, I went to Whittier, and when I came in, I went to kindergarten at Madison, so like I got to know like all my friends back from kindergarten a lot, and yeah.
Cool. All right, Jan.
So I forgot to mention that that sixth graders can also participate in some sports, and those are wrestling and cross country.
That
And
is true.
also, don't be scared to try new things. So like even if it's the middle of the year and you want to try out a club, just go in and it'll be fine.
For sure. Well, thank you, all of my sixth graders. Anyone else? Last call. Any other words of wisdom? right, well-
One more thing.
Yes, Luke.
Just have fun with it, you know? I mean, like, middle school, there's going to be some times where you might not do that good in the test, or where some people might be mean to you. But you know what? I mean, it's in the end, it's all about, like, making new acquaintances, trying new things, preparing for high school, and finding who you really are. So just have fun with it. Enjoy every moment, because life gets harder as you grow up. So, yeah.
Each day is a gift, and I think we've learned to appreciate that probably a little bit more this spring as we haven't been able to be together. So thank you all for joining me. And on behalf of all the teachers, all your sixth grade teachers, you guys, we are so excited to meet you this fall. And we hope that you have a great summer. And we'll see you soon. Everyone, wave goodbye.
Bye. Have a good